He was lost in the wilderness for nearly 6 days, surviving on only berries. And where he was found pretty much sums things up: the Hell Hole Reservoir.
It's a desperate search in the wilderness for an elderly man missing 5 days. Warren Elliott disappeared while helping set up for the annual Jeep Jamboree, where daredevils traverse steep granite rocks in Placer County, California. Look how scary. Just imagine driving your vehicle down this rocky trail with precarious cliffs on one side. Warren Elliott's son says his dad was clearing the trail with other volunteers when he wandered off for a walk and didn't return.
When he wasn't there by dark is when I went looking for him, and nobody in camp had seen or heard from him.
His sister Alexis feared the worst.
He said, Dad's missing, and so I broke down in the middle of the parking lot.
CHP Flight Officer Brandon Hallam was on the search.
Typically on these searches, when they go more than a couple of days, we expect the worst, and after 5 days, we assume that as well.
Aerial footage shows the difficulty of searching for a hiker in this terrain. Amazingly, after being lost for 5 days, Warren Elliott is found. Arriving to the sound of cheers and wearing tattered clothes, the 71-year-old looks exhausted but grateful as he's reunited with his 2 sons and daughter for a long emotional embrace.
Thank you. Thank you.
I returned to the forest with the survivor.
Warren had no supplies at all. He would drink from a nearby river, but for nearly a week, his only source of food were handfuls of gooseberries.
These gooseberries are the prickly variety, impossible for me to pluck.
How do you do that?
But Warren, who as a boy grew up here, knows how to handle the thorny fruit.
Just jelly in there.
Somehow the tiny bit of jelly sustained him for 5 days. He also showed me his ripped shirt and jeans from his ordeal.
So that's from sliding down rocks. That's how you were getting from uphill to downhill.
On his 3rd day, Warren says he saw a helicopter above, but the crew didn't see him.
I was up on a big boulder waving my shirt.
2 days later, he reached a reservoir known as Hell Hole and spotted a fisherman.
And I keep waving and waving, and finally he waved.
The fisherman radioed for help.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Now the grateful hiker is thanking the search and rescuers who delivered him to safety after 5 long days.
We tell anyone who gets lost, the old adage is hug a tree, right? And so that, by that we mean stay where you are, because eventually someone will come across you.
For him to be in such good shape and be found 5 days later is really incredible.
What a lucky man.